We see the headlines, CEOs and leaders, driven and successful, secretly breaking under the weight of it all. But what if that collapse isn't the end? For a significant percentage of trauma survivors, it leads to profound positive growth. Because executive burnout isn't just fatigue. Psychologists find it is a deep identity crisis. It's a state that neurologically dismantles the very scaffolding of who you are, leaving you completely lost. Here, we'll break down how this collapse becomes the ultimate breakthrough, a path from performance to purpose. So, how do the most successful people end up at this point? It begins with the culture we celebrate. First, the demand for constant activity. 24/7 connectivity and non-stop pressure turn stress into the norm. Next are the metrics we chase: wealth, status, the corner office. These goals can create deep dissatisfaction. This causes a critical mistake. We fuse our self-worth entirely with our performance. When work dips, our identity feels attacked. This is the perfect storm for burnout. Your identity is your job is always active, and the goals are hollow. Eventually, something has to give. This is rock bottom, when the system you built your life on completely fails. Why is this moment so potent? Because it forces a confrontation with your true self, without the title or the accolades. So what is the psychological engine that turns this pain into power? It's a concept called post-traumatic growth. Post-traumatic growth isn't simple resilience or bouncing back. Resilience is enduring the fire. PTG is being forged by it. It appears as greater personal strength, a deeper appreciation for life, and dramatically improved relationships. You evolve. This growth is only possible because the old identity, the one tied to performance, was shattered. You must clear the old foundation. But there's a specific superpower that this process develops above all others. What is the single most valuable leadership trait forged in this fire? We see this happen in the real world. Losing a high-status job, while devastating, is often described as liberating. Think of successful quitters like Arianna Huffington, who founded Thrive Global after her own collapse from media pressure. These aren't just isolated stories. It's a massive trend. Mental health is now a primary driver for major career changes. This sounds like a clear path forward, but the process is frequently misunderstood. Let's correct some common myths. Myth 1. It is about bouncing back. The reality is that it's bouncing forward, adapting and growing, not just returning to a past state. And remember that superpower we asked about? The single most valuable trait revealed by this adversity is empathy. True, deep empathy. This experience also provides a new lens for viewing the world. Failure keeps the ego in check and cultivates humility. Mistakes are no longer indictments of your personal worth. They are reframed as stepping stones, data for future growth. So it's not about loving failure. It is about extracting wisdom from it without letting that failure define you. Now, let's connect all these pieces. How does the identity crisis link directly to this new, purpose-driven life? Recall how burnout is an identity crisis tied to performance. The fall of that identity creates the vacuum that purpose can fill. And that greater empathy we talked about? It becomes the compass for this new why. Success is now defined by positive impact. This is the full mechanism. Rock bottom forces an identity reset. PTG builds new strengths, and empathy forms a new definition of success. You trade a fragile, performance-based ego for a resilient, purpose-based identity. Your value becomes intrinsic. So we return to where we began. Leaders at the brink. Their stories are symptoms of a broken system, but their transformations show us the cure. Hitting rock bottom is not a sign that you have failed. It is a profound, often painful invitation to build something more meaningful. The question isn't, how do I avoid failure? It is, if my current path vanished tomorrow, what would be left and what could I build? Transition isn't failure. It is the gateway to something greater. Your breakdown can be your breakthrough.